Start a little after.
What's happening? What's happening, everybody? It is your main man, Bo P, back in the place to be. We are live. We are live. We are live, and we are here to talk about Cat Williams' interview. First of all, let's introduce main man Travis Wilkerson. Appreciate you for coming on, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We in here. We in here. We in here. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give it a couple minutes, let a couple of people get on in because I know y'all got the kids, trying to put the kids down, trying to put the food up, so I understand everybody got a lot going on right now. So what's up going on, my man? How your day being today?
Ooh, my day been good, man. Long as hell. I'm glad it's over now.
Already.
But I can't complain, man.
You say you can't complain already. I feel you on that.
I cannot complain, bro. Shit, I'm blessed to be in a position.
Oh, already. And boy, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. What's up, Vicky? What's up, Mama Joyce? Appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. Thank everybody for coming in right now. Um, but yeah, man, it's been a pretty good day for me as well. I'm trying to make sure I got everything here on everything straight on my thing right here. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a great conversation tonight. Like I say, we are here to talk about what's up, Lady Hurst. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate you for supporting me the other night with Dallas's interview. Thank you. Yeah, excuse me 1 second. I'm trying to fix my microphone real quick. It's not picking up my other microphone, but it's okay because I can still hear you. Are you getting a delay in anything, babe? Let me know, you guys let me know if you are getting a delay in anything. Um, because like I say, I'm trying to fix this microphone setting. It should be picking up my other microphone, but it's okay. But yeah, like I say, man, we're going in here to talk about this Cat Williams situation, man, and just to be honest, man, he kind of put it out there. He kind of put everything out there in the open. What are some of your, I guess you would say, what's some of your intake from that particular interview?
Well, for the people that may not have seen it, um, give some details into what was said. Put some context to it, so that way people can respond even if they hadn't seen it.
Well, basically, he went on Club Shay Shay, which is Shannon Sharp's.
Shout out.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. He basically went on his platform and kind of outed a lot of the, I guess you say, gatekeepers in Hollywood and a lot of the fallacies that have been going on in Hollywood. Um, Tiffany Hurst said, "The truth hurts, and it shocks people." In which that is exactly, and we just get the outside of what he said. We don't know the actual full intel of what went on, but from what he said was a lot was true. And so with that being said, I guess you would say, what is some of your um what how do you feel about it? Let me put it that way. Let me ask that question.
I mean, for me, to be honest, I don't really feel any type of way about it because what he said was stuff that we've heard that was going on in Hollywood since forever.
Right.
So nothing he really said just was shocking. Um, but some of the things that he said in regards for some of the other comedians did, it made a lot of sense. I've heard um, particularly some of the comedians that he was referring to in other interviews, podcasts, and it definitely wasn't apples to apples. So I
Now, when you say apples to apples, can you? I guess you would say elaborate on that for me just a smidge. What's up,
well,
Alan Owens? Appreciate you for coming in. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
for one, about the situations with the Kings of Comedy, right? And what he was saying about Cedric the Entertainer stealing his joke, which was the last joke of his bid. Um, we've heard that story. We've heard that story before. We've heard now what I've never heard before was the situation about Earthquake, which kind of makes sense that we've never really seen him in movies. I, I think he's funny. I think he's very funny in my opinion,
Right.
but I did kind of wonder why that didn't, transfer over to movies and different things like that. So that was kind of interesting to hear Cat Williams' perspective on it. Uh, that he couldn't read. It's sad, but it's possibly true. Not gonna say 100%, but I mean, it kind of makes sense because why hasn't it transitioned to the big screen or the small screen?
Right on, right
Right.
on. And
Um,
I don't mean to cut you off real quick. Let me respond to Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce said he also took a stand against Hollywood wanting him to portray female roles. And that is a big case of what he was saying, because I definitely understand that me, just as a man myself, me having just being the person of integrity and dignity that I have, I can't walk out and put on a dress. You know what I'm saying? That's just not happening, and it's embarrassing for black men, and it's also embarrassing for their children, because for me, like, I have 6 children. I have another 2 bonus children. I have 8 children, you know what I'm saying, that really watch what daddy does. So daddy to come in and say, hey, I'm putting on a dress, and you know what I'm saying, I'm wearing makeup and my nails painted and all that. My 6-year-old is going to come and tell me off the bat, Mr. Corey, that's for women. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
Boys don't wear dresses.
Boy,
And then he
go
also
ahead.
took a stand about the rape scene that was supposed to have been written into, the next Friday uh, movie.
Yeah.
So he spoke out against that, and kind of glad he did because I don't think that movie, you know, or of that
It,
nature would have been the classic movie that it is at this point with the rape scene. It
it,
just wouldn't have fit in that narrative.
it wouldn't have. Well, thank you, Belinda, for coming on in. Appreciate you. Yeah, it would have just been another funny movie that could have been funny. What's up, Zeta? Appreciate you for coming
Am
in.
I here?
Okay, I got an echo with you, Ty. So you got to work out with something.
I ain't got nothing hooked up.
Yeah, I know. I got an echo with you.
Todd coming in. What's up, Todd?
And see,
What's
that's what I
happening?
told you last time, because I told you. I knew it. If you came in late, it was gonna have this echo.
Oh, oh man.
And now this is gonna be throughout the whole show.
Well, I mean, can I hang up and call you back?
Yeah, hang up and call me back.
Lord. All right.
But anyway, man. So yeah. You got a message coming through. But yeah, man. So with that being said, yeah, he put out a lot of things that he stood up for, a lot of things that we couldn't, most normal men, black, especially as a black man, that we just won't stand for. Even when he went to the Epstein thing, Epstein, I think that's the correct way to say his name, about him trying to, suck his, hold on, where is it at? Where
Harvey
he was?
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, yeah, not Epstein, yeah, Harvey Weinstein. We went to the
He mentioned Epstein too, whatever. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it was it Epstein that he said that would try to
he mentioned
get.
both. He mentioned that was Harvey who approached him in that manner. I guess he said in front of his team
Okay,
or
correct
something
me,
like
please
that. And
correct
then
me.
he mentioned that the Chris Tucker that we have today is
not the old Chris Tucker.
No, he's not. I mean, and even with that, with the Chris Tucker thing, I know a lot of it. Oh my God, we lost Travis.
Smokey.
Okay, there he is. What happened? I don't know what happened. But yeah, even with the Chris Tucker, I think with the can you hear me, Trav?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, with the Chris Tucker thing, I think with him, I know when they went to do the second Friday, he did say he didn't want to be portrayed as the like the weed like Cat Williams say the advertisement guy for weed smoking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he wasn't posted in the second one. But even with that, now looking back at it,
See, I've heard different things on that. That was the first time with the Cat Williams interview that I heard that. We've all heard that the reason he didn't do the second movie was because he was doing Rush Hour.
okay. Thank you,
So
Valerie Parker, for coming in. Thank you, Val. Go ahead, brother.
who
Oh
knows?
well, see that with that, I didn't know that. That's new information to me because I heard from my scope, it was he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to be portrayed, in those kind of roles anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know, was he working on Rush? When did Rush Hour 1 come out? When did that first come out? And when did Rush Hour 1 come out, and when did Friday 2 come out? I'm sorry, what is it? Friday After Next come out. You know what I'm saying? If anybody in the comments they can put that in there, please let me know. I think my baby's over here, she's fact checking me because I definitely want to give you guys the right information. So, but yeah, he put a lot out there, man. As far
Friday
as
After Next came out in 2002.
okay, so Friday After Next came out in 2002, and when did Rush Hour 1 come out? That was in what?
When did the first Friday come out? Yeah, when did the second Friday come out?
2002. That was the
And
first
then when
Friday.
did
I
the
mean, the
first
second
Rush
Friday.
Hour? When did
Okay,
the
y'all,
first
you
Rush
being
Hour
too.
come out?
Hold on,
Okay,
hold on, hold
y'all
on, hold
taking
on.
me too fast. Y'all both talking to me at the same time.
Hold on, yes, because she's on
Look,
earphones
overload on the
too.
computer. Computer overload. You're hitting too many buttons. Stop tapping the button. Hold on. Okay, so the first Rush Hour came out in 1998.
Okay, first Rush Hour came
Okay,
out in
so
98.
Travis, what do you want to know?
No, that's what he was asking. The
Okay,
first Rush Hour,
1998.
and we were asking the when the first when the first Friday came out. So I guess you would say even with that, he was
Friday.
probably working on Rush Hour 2 then. Could you look up when Rush Hour 2 came out, please?
Friday was in 2000.
Friday was in 2000. Okay, let's try to get Tyrannosaurus Flex back in here real quick.
Am I on?
Yes, sir, you are on.
Right, cool.
Okay, now there we go. Now we back
So
on.
that kind of lines up, right? Because Friday came out in what she said 2000,
Friday came out.
Friday came in 2000. Yeah.
and then Rush Hour 1 came out in 2002.
1998.
In 98. So he was probably working on Rush Hour 2. When
Oh,
did Rush?
okay.
Rush Hour 2 came out in 2002.
Okay, so yeah, so Rush Hour 2 and Friday After Next, yes, they were in the same year. They came out the same year. So that potentially could have been the reason why he didn't go back. And then, as I said earlier, from some, I guess you would say, some of the interviews that he did, that he didn't want to kind of be portrayed in that role. What's up, Tyrannosaurus Flex? Appreciate you coming in, my brother. Appreciate you for coming in.
No problem. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Trying to
Okay, so what
about
did you do different? Because I don't have an echo now. So whatever you did this time, let's do that every time. I'm just
iPhone because my tablet is just bananas right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, tablet overload.
Yeah.
So we were kind of touching on the fact of what some of the things that Cat Williams put out in the open on the Club Shay Shay interview.
Yes.
Once again, shout out to Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Cat Williams.
Wait. Skip. Let me say something, Skip. Skip, let me talk to you, Skip. Look, have you ever noticed Shannon Sharp always got saying?
He always got what?
Peanut butter in the freezer because it's gonna freeze. What does that mean?
Man,
away from just spitting a tidal wave on somebody. Don't let them say some TH words because you're gonna get soaked.
Hey, that's why you sitting on the other side of the table.
LaShawn's comment corner has a question. Why the hell was this big man in this tight ass sweatsuit?
Well,
I wouldn't understand why your pants are so tight to your legs, sir.
I
That
mean,
brother, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he just liked to show off. That man is almost 60 years old and he's still hitting the gym every day. I'd be doing
say,
it
But
if I look
can
like a
we
Ken
get some
doll.
looser pants?
hold on, you say what, Ty?
I said if I look like a Ken doll, I'm wearing everything tight.
Nah, I'm not gonna
You
lie,
better not.
Ty, you my friend, and I love
You
you.
better
And I'm gonna say
not.
this live in front of all of the people that said in front of everybody that's on here. If I see you walking around with a Shannon Sharp sweatsuit on like that, say you better look. You
Okay,
better have a
okay.
comedic
I,
act to
I
follow.
would say
Valerie said, "Girl, that was bothering me too." Okay, okay. So I'm not the only woman in America. Like, what do you have on? I mean, he's not a bad-looking man. You know, I'm married. So
one.
hey, but like, what are you wearing? What
What?
do you
Hey,
do?
it looks like a man.
Who is your PR representative? Please reach out to LaShawn. I got you. Like, we're not doing this. Like, shout out to Shay
man.
Shay and Shannon, but like, baby, come on.
Okay.
No story about that.
Shout out to
Hashtag sorry not sorry. LaShawn's comment corner.
shout out to LaShawn Coming Corner. Hold on, what what Mama say?
Shannon
You
is
okay?
muscled up, and I appreciate how well he dresses.
Hold
So
on.
you like the tight sweatsuit, Mama?
Hold on. So hold on. My mother, my mother said she liked the way Shannon Sharp dressing. You know,
She
obviously.
said I can appreciate.
Efficient.
I'm sorry. She
Something
said
for
she can
everybody, man.
appreciate. That's that.
His has them very well put together, from what I've heard.
You know, but anyway, man, let's chime back in on this Cat Williams situation. So before you came in, Ty, we had kind of tackled or addressed the situation that he, we kind of went in about the men dressing like women in Hollywood and some of the roles that were offered to him, before others, and to dress like women and things like that. So, what's
Right.
your take on that?
Well, I mean, I think Cat Williams has done exactly what we've always expected him to do, is tell his truth, and he holds steadfast to what he always believes in, and he doesn't feel like he has to hold any punches because he has nothing to lose. It's a very, very strategic way of basically getting yourself out there without saying, "Hey, look at me." He just said that he has another show coming. He said that he has another, like, a world tour coming. What better way to get exposure is to ruffle the feathers of your competitors? It's almost like, Ali, he's doing an Ali thing.
Touche.
That's what it is. He calling out all his people that he feels that he is above, and he's making a mockery of them because he is letting them know, I am better than you. Now, what are you going to say about it?
Now, so you particularly think he made a mockery of them? You don't think it was? It was.
Well, in all honesty, and I'll just say in my opinion, out of the people that's the in that topic of discussion, Cat Williams is the best. I mean, so
now, yes, ma'am.
I see no lies there.
Yeah, it's like it's exactly what he said. Like, how could you cannot call yourself king until you dethrone the king?
Right on. And Mama Joy said he basically was pointing out, I'm sorry, she said the point Cat was making is he is who he is, but he wouldn't do anything for all the mighty dollar, and that's true. You can't do anything for the dollar. It is a integrity, dignity thing that we do have to uphold within ourselves, and for ourselves, number one, and then for our families and people that are watching us. But back to what we were saying about he I don't believe he made a mockery of them, but I believe he did just state facts. Go ahead, Ty.
Basically, like, he called him out.
Yeah.
And he basically said, okay, I'm saying this stuff about you. Prove me wrong.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
on. And then, like, the only thing that I could find a minor discrepancy with what he was saying, and I spoke to you about this earlier, Bo, is his comparison to the Cedric the Entertainer joke. The way I would say that joke balances between the two, it's like they have the same skeleton but a different body. They're talking
Right.
about brothers in big body cars and how we drive them. Except that Cedric the Entertainer said it was a spaceship, and Cat Williams said it was a hoopty. The storyline was different, but the only thing that was in comparison was brothers driving big whips. That's it.
The point of the matter is, it was his joke.
It's see that's that's a matter of interpretation. He could have, if I was Cedric the Entertainer, I would have said, you know what, his joke inspired me to create this
So
version.
inspire and create your own joke.
Right. Now I can see where Cat Williams has his, his tiff about it. No pun intended, Tiffany. But you know what I'm saying? I can see where he has his problem with it because he took a foundational joke from a developing comedian and took it out and made it like a mainstream thing.
Plagiarism.
You
You
know,
get
his-
kicked out of college for that, fam. Come on. Plagiarism.
Hold on.
It's plagiarism, my nigga.
It is. I
No
mean,
matter what way you're swinging, whatever words you say, it's plagiarism.
But yeah, now with that being said, now go ahead.
in any so many aspects of the words, a brother felt like his joke was taken. Now, what should have been done, I guess, mutual, is a mutual mind should have came to been play. Well, I meant to say this in my joke. Well, you said this in your joke. If they could have handled it amicably and like said, well, I meant this and I meant that, I think it probably could have been handled differently.
But didn't he say at some point
what's up, Major? Appreciate
he
you
gave
coming
them a
on.
pass, or they talked
did.
about it, or someone apologized and he gave him a pass for like 10 years or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
now, with that being said, and that's what I was going to respond. You kind of tapped into what I was going to say, Trav, to respond to what Todd just said, because he did, he said he gave him a pass, and even with that, like, okay, that's just like you right now. Okay, so like even when me and you, we were at the comedy spot, and you had said something, and I shouted out, and you were like, "Dang, you took my joke," and I was like, "Shit, my bad, bro, my bad." You know what I'm saying? I gave you your credit. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do it on stage, folks. So like, don't think I stole his joke and went on stage.
You're not Cedric.
No, not that shit. No, like we were roasting people, and he said something, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's funny." Boom. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, my bad."
Louder.
I was a little bit louder than when he said it. So it was an immediate correction of, damn, my bad. So, and I do understand that, especially in the comedy game. You know what I'm saying? Because when you work hard to craft something, no matter if you took the skeleton of my joke, it's still my joke. Now, regardless of what the joke is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just like if I say the sky is blue and I start going off into some random shit. If you start off with the sky is blue and you go on with a little bit of my random shit, but you tweak it and change words in it, still my joke. That's just like even in music, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you can put a small part of a song in your song, and guess what you're gonna get? Copyright infringement.
Why you think Boozie's suing Rod Wave?
There is true copyright infringement between comedy. It's just like a kind of unwritten rule that like you're not supposed to steal my joke. Like I was listening to what Cat Williams was saying about Steve Harvey. He took Mark Curry's joke word for word. Have y'all heard that one? About
which one? Now, which particular joke?
I've heard that. I've heard Mark Curry talk about that himself.
As a joke where he was a kid, and every year he knew what he was going to be for Halloween. He was just going to be a box.
Okay.
Dad basically, he just said, "Say that you're UPS." And Steve Harvey, like years later, is on his joke, like reliving a story like he was a kid, saying, "Man, I ain't really have a good Halloween. Every year I'll be put in a box, and my daddy just say, you UPS." I'm like, said it word for word, but he made it seem like a sad story.
Right on. And even then, I was thinking about it as I was watching Cat Williams talk, and when he was talking about hanging with Mr. Cooper, and then the Steve Harvey show, and I was like, "Well, damn,
they are very similar."
That is pretty much the same show.
What Travis saying? Starting to make a little sense.
You know what I'm saying?
And another thing that I was happy to hear, you don't really hear Mark Curry's name.
Yep.
And that was refreshing, to have Mark Curry as on that pedestal. Of course, with the late great Bernie Mac.
Hmm.
But
Right, right.
it was good to hear somebody speak about Mark Curry on a higher level like that, because he's very talented, very
He is
funny,
great.
and
He is
I,
one of the
Dude,
greats. Yeah.
absolutely. So
he has been like I mean I've been watching Mark Curry since when we had a satellite dish. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ty.
No, I'm saying I remember hanging with Mr. Cooper, and Mark Curry was one of those comedians like in the mid '90s, like to late '90s, who was on that
Mm-hmm.
prize, and then out of nowhere, you got the Steve Harveys literally doing the exact same show. But I don't know if y'all know this about Mark Curry. Mark Curry was in a really bad accident. Where
No,
like
I didn't know that. Expound
body,
on that, brother.
yeah, a good portion of his body was burned.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I don't know how the accident happened, but yeah, he was in the hospital for a while.
Oh
I don't
man.
think I heard about that either.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Mark Curry. And Mama Joy said she found a lot of what Kat said to be believable. She said, an example, Kanye is mental. Kim Kardashian presents herself as a loose woman. P. Diddy has allegedly been involved in a tangle with men, and so on. So these are very, these are all these. I guess you would say, let's keep it, lawful. These allegations, that have been presented by the man Cat Williams himself. A lot of these aren't stories that are just, this isn't something that's just, oh, it's out of the blue and oh, now we
Like
know
I
about it.
said, these are stories we've been hearing
For
for
years.
years.
Years,
You know,
years.
You
So
just got somebody on the inside that's willing to tell the truth.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing though, man. Like even with, like I was telling my wife early, with that being famous thing, it is a lot to pay. It's a lot of prices to pay. And I was even saying, I think I was talking to you, Travis, earlier when I was like, man, I can be Slim Thug famous. And I'm happy, like I don't have to be Hollywood. I feel like it's enough black people around us to where we can really create our own Hollywood if we really want to just, but you go ahead, babe.
absolutely.
I was just gonna say, I want to be community famous. Like for me, my personal goals, I want to be famous within my community. I want to be like, oh, you can go to this doctor or you can go to this person and they're gonna be. That's the way I want to be famous. I don't want to be like Hollywood or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to be able to be known as a person that, hey, if you don't know, she can help you.
Right, right, and that's that type of person, that resource person, and that's I would love to be that person, like Hollywood. I want to be able, one day, well, it's coming soon, here
Right.
soon by the end of this year. Me and my main man, all three of us actually, because all of us are in the damn script that I'm writing. We will be having a movie this by the end of this year. So I want to be able to where we can produce our own movies and things like that, so we
The
don't have.
first Quarantine Shack production.
Yes, ma'am.
Did
So
you say Shaq?
Come on, Corey.
what'd you say, Ty?
Gotta
I heard something about Shaq. We getting Shaq in this too?
No,
The
Quarantine
sky
Shack.
is the limit, my brother.
Quarantine Shack Productions, my
Let's
brother.
try to
he
get
say
Shaq.
Shaq, nah.
Ty, let's try to get Shaq,
Oh,
baby.
Hey, what we can do, we can paint you dark and put you some stilts on and shave your head.
no,
You
we gonna
have you got the body frame, you got the top body frame.
No,
do
he's
one word.
backwards. He's
Unless
gonna look like
unless he got
T-Rex.
the
Y'all
unless
get
he can
him.
do the Shaq voice, it ain't gonna work.
He
I
can do
mean,
it.
he's gonna look like T-Rex. I'm sorry, Ty. Like you're gonna put you on some stilts, and your legs are not gonna match your legs. Your
Your
arms
arms
are not gonna match your legs, and it's not
are.
gonna be cute. As your
But
PR representative, no, sir.
Okay.
We are not taking
This
this
way he gonna look
deal. We're
like a
not taking
T-Rex.
this
That was
deal.
too funny.
Don't sign that contract, son. We're not doing this.
Oh, you know. But anyway, man. So back to this Cat Williams.
Shout out to LaShawn's comment
Shout out to
corner.
LaShawn's Comment Corner. Shout out to LaShawn's Comment Corner.
I have a feeling I'm gonna meet him one day. Just
But yeah, so man, so back to that, man. The Cat Wiz, like I said, we were saying he put a lot of people on blast, and you do have to be careful about how famous and what level of famous you want to be, because there are consequences. When you want to go out there after that kind of fame. And like even when he was talking about the homosexualness, even with the movie trying to make him put on a dress, you dig? There we go. Now you guys can see me a little bit better. But he when they tried to make him put on a dress, and he was telling them, "Hey man, if we can just change this, and let's tap in on the Money Mike with that." I'm pretty sure you guys seen that part when he was talking about they wanted Money Mike to get raped. We kind of talked about it, and he was saying like rape is not funny in
Nothing.
any kind of manner. You know what I'm saying? No matter who doing it or who's it's being done to.
It's just not funny. It's not funny on any level.
It's not funny on any level, whether it's man or
Yeah.
woman. So why my thing, why do we even have to include that in? Why would that even be included in a movie like Friday? What do you guys take on that?
You know what I think that is? I think that those might be what Cat Williams was talking about, them powers that be, that try to slowly infuse that lifestyle or slowly infuse that type of culture to where we subconsciously accept it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's best. It's like the best way of trying to give people, the masses, information. Do it subconsciously. Don't just throw it in their face. How can we make rape culture acceptable? I don't know. Make a 5'5" midget get dominated by a 6-foot black man, and we just put a wig on him, and he has a funny voice. That's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's the things that these people have been talking about.
I don't really think under any circumstance that at least I hope not that becomes anywhere near acceptable
No,
Right.
in any form, shape or
people
fashion.
like
So
that in the spotlight, like a Cat Williams or whoever, who doesn't have that fear of being blacklisted or blackballed, who are
Mm-hmm.
going to put a light on those kind of situations. We're going to get that kind of like that subconscious like hit, like, oh, that's not cool, that's not all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but then we also what's the guy's name who did that movie Lockdown?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how that scene made him feel
Oh,
after that?
that's the dude.
Lockdown. Okay. Who did Lockdown? I haven't seen that movie.
What's the guy name? He played Stacy in the Wood.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about, but I know I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, that messed him up. He still he ain't been right since that movie.
Yeah. I mean, Corey. I mean, you would have to really just
I mean,
you'd have to
if
watch
it's
it.
involved him, being, assaulted, and then
Oh yeah,
like, so I'm good on that.
yeah.
I'm
So
not. Once again, I'm not a fan of anyone being,
and that
assaulted.
scene, him doing that, man, that traumatized that guy,
Mm-hmm.
Kind
and
of,
he never really recovered from that.
kind of like
So
the. I don't know if you guys remember the show Oz. Kind of like some of the things used to go on in that show.
Yep.
Do you guys remember that show back in the day?
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to see it. if it's anything like the bush, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, that is dehumanizing to a person to even put a person in the situation. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
But just like Cat Williams says, if you're a good actor or a good comedian, you literally create a character. You
Mhm.
literally take yourself out of it and you create this character. So think about that. You have to actually mentally, physically like prepare to be this character. So that can take
Prepare
a toll.
to be a guy that's being raped.
You have to delve into that, and a lot of times people don't know how to come back from that. Like think about all the actors that have got into roles and then couldn't come back from it, and then they're gone.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ty.
You know who's currently going through that right now? He did a
Who?
movie like we've known him for years to be a certain character. You know who Tom Holland is?
Yes.
I know the name. What does he played in?
Play Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did a movie where it involved him being assaulted like that, and they say he's still dealing with that traumatizing experience. He's talking about not even want to be Spider-Man anymore.
I mean, come on, man, because you got to think about this, bro. You actually you have to play that scene out, and for any man, I don't care what kind of for any man, you're in front of millions of people being humiliated. Literally. Because that's all that is, bro. You are being literally, because for a man, that is the most humiliating act that can take place in his life. You know what I'm saying? I think I can speak for all men when I say that. That is the most humiliating thing that could potentially happen to you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, James? Appreciate you for coming in, baby. Thank you. But so like my Sean Common Corner just said, you have to physically dive into that role of a man that's being raped.
And Kat said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it,
fam. Because like, once again, that's PTSD, fam. I don't give a damn how comfortable you think you are with acting. I'm not I'm not comfortable with a man laying on. I'm sorry, I almost said some curse words. Excuse me, but I'm not comfortable with a man laying on top of me in no form or fashion. My big ass sons, boy, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And even I show, I love and I hug my sons and I kiss my sons on the head every time I see them. You know what I'm saying? Morning and evening before you go to bed, when you go to night. You know what I'm saying? I kiss my son on the head every day. Everybody get kisses around here. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not gonna do is allow a grown ass man to just lay. You know what I'm saying? That's humiliating.
And I don't know how comfortable I would be as a woman watching my man. Like, it's just not, like, I'm just gonna say, I'm not an actor's wife. Like, I don't think I could do it. That's just not my calling, because like I don't know how comfortable I would be seeing my man on.
No, you actor's wife. You just an actor's wife.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get the check.
I have some damn morals,
but I'm gonna get the check. But like, what's the thought of these women that are married to these men that are doing these roles? Like after that, like I know you're watching the movie, you're at the premiere, and you're sitting here with all your friends. Everybody's dressed up pretty, and your man's bumping uglies with another man on the screen. Like you can't tell me no amount of dollars is going to make that feeling go away.
You just publicly humiliated yourself in front of everyone you know.
It's not going to go away.
They're going to get an Oscar,
Because then later she's going to be like, well, did you like it?
Hold on. Shout out to LaShawn's Common Corner. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, though, these are the things like that. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things you have to think about. What's up, Jerry Williams? Thank you for coming on. But yeah, these are the things like you have to think about, man. Once again, you are being publicly humiliated to make $1. You know what I'm saying? Because like even as a woman, to be portrayed in a movie where you are being physically raped, that's traumatizing in itself, because it's enough of that bullshit going on in the world as it is. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I portrayed this role and it's just a character on this movie. But now, like, that's my winning achievement. And my kids are going to see this movie, and my mom and dad are going to see this movie, and my auntie's going to see this movie. But this is my winning achievement. And I got paid for this. But, like, what?
Where's my integrity?
Where's my integrity?
Where's my integrity, man? Like, and you got something to say, Ty? Go ahead, brother.
I'm just listening because I was waiting to get back on the Cat Williams thing, but you
okay. Go ahead, jump on. Go ahead. What you got?
I know. I was seeing where y'all was going with it.
I mean, no, we were just basically talking about what he was saying. Give me 1 second. He say, Jerry Williams say, yeah, there is some truth to this. He say, but he don't believe once to what he said. He said the timelines don't match, and his body language said, I'm lying, and I got to go get it.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
With that being said, right. Jerry, okay, now this kind of dives into what I was gonna say a little bit down the line, but since you go in and go ahead and tapped on it, let me go ahead and tap on a little bit. I do believe he was a little bit intoxicated during the thing, and I was thinking to myself, why can't he be still? To myself. But then again, we also have to look at what he said. Go ahead, Ty.
When have we ever seen Cat Williams stand still? That dude runs 1,000,000 miles an hour on set for an hour on his comedy shows. I don't think his body language should deter what he's saying. I do think that there are some inconsistencies. Now, to just say it's just, non-factual because he's saying probably something that you don't want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff is starting to add up now if you really start to open up your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Between the claims of the Epsteins and the Weinsteins and all this other stuff, everything he was saying is starting to match up to what everybody's getting in trouble for now. Now, the timelines, the dates and stuff, I'm pretty sure those were inaccurate. But the stories of what we
Hold on. When you say timelines, which timelines do you
like,
mean were inaccurate?
when he was giving out dates to stuff, and when he was telling it happened at this, he probably wasn't accurate. Yeah, he probably was a little intoxicated, and he probably was flubbing, certain instances. But I don't think he was telling an exact lie. But I don't think he was telling all the truth either.
Now, with that being said, now see, because okay, hold on, I'm gonna get on what you. I'm gonna read this comment, and I'm gonna get on what you just said. Jerry says it's kind of hard to follow him as all truth because the night, was high, getting arrested. Sometimes, all that, and I feel you on that. As far as the being arrested, oh snap, I'm sorry, babe.
I thought somebody was shooting.
No, I accidentally knocked the phone out. I'm sorry. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I do apologize, but no, I do understand that where he got high. He's been addressed it several times. Go ahead.
Why is that an issue now? Why are we going to discredit a man of what he said now to something that he did in the past? That had nothing to do with that conversation right now. Did he say he was high? No, he even said he's not high. He admits that he smokes weed. He was drinking, but he didn't drink as much as Shannon, and we saw that. So why are we going to discredit this man's word because of something that happened in the past, in accordance to what he is saying now? That's not fair. That's
Right.
that's stuff that we be talking about now. That why should we hold you accountable for something that you did? Your actions shouldn't transcend to what you are saying now. He may not like what he is saying, but he's still saying something that has some relevance to what is going on right now. And we're not going to discredit this man because of his transgressions in the past.
Right.
I can't stand on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. We can't don't let anybody ice skate on that one and say, well, he smoked weed in the past. Was he smoking weed right now?
Right. No. Okay. And I'm gonna give you. Jerry had a response for what you were saying. He said, I'm saying that something is a bit off. Then him as a defense, he's gonna poke a hole in your story and take some credibility from your story. Now, with that being said, and I guess you would say that follows into what you just said, Ty. He did have somewhat of some inconsistencies in some things, but I believe myself, and then Jerry also said and create some reasonable doubt, then let the court of public opinion decide. And hold on, he said he's not taking away from what he said, and he believes some of it again. But he said if he finds the loose strings, he's gonna pull it and see where it goes. Now, with that being said, I definitely understand that, and that kind of ties into what Ty said. Some of the stories, the inconsistencies may have been off, in the viewer's eyes. But with that being said, I'm gonna let you finish saying what you were saying. Go ahead, Ty.
No, I was just saying you can't discredit a person's words of today in accordance to his actions of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things don't correlate, and that's and I hate that too. You see it in all these sports interviews and all these these doc or these news stories, where a person either did something and it's not necessarily smiled upon, and they want to talk about something that had nothing to do with that same instance and a connection to that person's character right now. I don't think that's fair.
Now, with that being said, though, if the people, and I'm not taking the defense on either side of this, but that's just like when you go to court, right? If I'm going in here fighting this particular case, and I've been known to be a career criminal, is that going to help me or harm me? Is that going to, you know what I'm saying? But it's not fair in the situations that we live in a perfect world. It's not fair. But people are going to discredit you by your past actions, and that's just go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to excuse what is considered fair, then yeah, we're going to have to live by those standards of the court of public opinion. But if you're asking me, I don't think it's fair to use a person's past transgressions to his current debate now. That's all.
Right.
But if you're talking about the court of public opinion, then yeah, everybody's biased, and they're always going to throw the stones of what they can pick up because of what they see. It's not about what you do. It's about it. I'm gonna go back to you. It's a rap verse from this dude Slim Calhoun from the Goody Mob.
Mm-hmm.
will always, yeah.
Boy, shout out to Slim Calhoun from the Goody Mob, baby. I ain't heard that name in boy. That's why Travis started laughing. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, so you won't forget.
It wasn't Slim Calhoun, it was Cool Breeze. He said people will always remember the time you took before the time you gave. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I mean,
did Cat Williams also? He also got mentioned about all the philanthropic things that he has done, and nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about the thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars that he has openly said out of his mouth today that we just found out about. That every time he goes to a city, he drops off charity. He gives off donations. He does that, but nobody wants to talk about that, and everybody wants to talk about the supposed drug addict. We've never seen this man strung out anywhere. He's
touche.
Guns. He smokes cigarettes. He smokes weed. Now, for us to add or put extra spices on that recipe, I think that's unfair to judge that man because he's talking out of pocket. He may be saying what he's saying, but those are his words. It doesn't mean that he's drugged up or crazy. It just means the voice of an opinion of things that he has experienced. Now, whether they are true or not, I don't know. But it's hard to say. It's hard to validate somebody on their past. It's hard to critique somebody off of their past of a not necessarily proven situation. Yes, we know that brother smokes. He talks about it all the time. But have we ever seen him arrested or being strung up somewhere? Have we seen him get arrested with other than marijuana or other than guns? No.
But with that time, just like with anything else, right? What's the best way to, like a person like Cat Williams or, any person that's in a sense, let's just say, this in speaking the truth, right?
Right.
People in those positions, in those higher powers or whatever, so to speak, they don't want that, right? So, and then also we're in the age of the media.
Yep.
So we're not there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're not with these people, right? So the information that we get is being created, it's been circulated by the media. So that's it. And our opinions are being formed based off of what we're reading and what they're reporting and stuff like that through the media, through, like I said, through magazines or whatever the case. But that's why it seems like today, or when Cat Williams spoke out about that, it seems so shocking because that's not what we've been used to hearing, right? We've been fed a whole different narrative, right? So now we're getting the truth in the sense of his truth, but it's hard for us to discern that.
Right on. Go ahead, babe.
I was just gonna say that it's sad that we live in an age where we trust media before we trust a man he's out his own mouth what he's saying. Like you'll go trust the media before, like, hey, I said this. This is what I'm saying, and people will be like, well, this is what I heard. Like, it's sad.
But even with that though, we're gonna go back to what Cat Williams said though. Why do liars lie?
Hold up, wait.
Because it's a lot of people that go on and go lie straight to the media. But go ahead, Ty. I'm not saying that he's a lie, but go ahead, Ty.
I was going to add on to what Tiffany was saying. The powers that be, media or whoever, have pulled the greatest trick on us. They have basically allowed us to view what our own truth is by their own direction. And we come out in the masses of our own interpretation. Now I'm going on my conspiracy ladder here.
This whole thing is a conspiracy. That's what he was talking about. This is why we had to do this. This is all part of Ty's conspiracy theory, baby. Go ahead, speak on it.
Let me just go. Just give me like 2 minutes, and you gonna just take it how you want to.
Run with it, brother.
Think about all this stuff that's starting to come undone. The Epstein folders, the things that have been unsealed. All these political people that have been put in compromising situations. Now, dig this. We got Cat Williams. We got people like him that have been telling us stuff like this for years. Now, all this stuff is about to explode. All these dignitaries and all these political parties that be. I think, and probably just to save their tail, there's going to be a white flag unilateral conspiracy to where we all have to look to the right because they're telling us to go. I.e., there might be a big war coming. I.e., there might be a new coronavirus. I.e., there might
Now
be
hold on. When you say war, do you mean civil war
no
or world war?
global because
Because
that
go ahead.
that Epstein thing. Now, dig this. This is a conspiracy now for the big brother
Tell
that's
him he can.
Okay. Hold on one moment. I'm sorry. Jerry, I'm finna send you the link on Messenger, brother, so you can join in with us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got some headphones on. I'm gonna send you the link. We're gonna bring in my partner Jerry Williams. He wanna join in with us if that's okay. But Todd, go ahead, continue, brother. Go ahead and continue.
conspiracy of what I have heard about Mr. Epstein, right? Apparently, he is a operative for the other side, and all this stuff about him collecting this information about the island, or the dignitaries that were getting the massages, and the people that have been whistleblowing. He has been purposely collecting this stuff to basically turn the political, like I guess, circle in the operative's favor.
So he's been over here, basically been over here as a spy for all these years, gathering information on our
And
people,
you,
so that he can take it back to his people and kind of sway the.
not
Uh,
and no, in a way, but basically extorting people to push them in positions that he wants them to go, or that he is being told to push them to go.
okay.
Now,
Well, now
but
go ahead.
see,
Go ahead.
the conclusion to this of what I think will happen, because a lot of people, like a lot of higher ups people, are in these lists of names. Now, probably to get there, the thing that we have done, or the I guess you could say the government has done, has basically called like the whole false flag initiative, basically
Mm-hmm.
creating a problem somewhere else to where we look at this big problem to where we don't pay attention to the stuff that they are trying to sweep under the rug.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's always been the guise of the
Let,
American government.
let
Appreciate
me
my
let
main
me
man, Jerry
let me
Bishop.
chime in.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming in, brother. Go ahead and chime in.
I am a federal government employee. I served in the
Oh,
Navy for
oh,
17 years.
Shout
When I
out to the
tell you it's the
military. Shout
truth,
out to the military.
thank you. And really, nigga, it was probably because of you wearing that goddamn ROTC uniform all the damn time back in the day.
Well,
ooh,
shout out to me. You know what I'm saying, for being in RTC, Sydney. You know what I'm saying? Hold on,
Well, that's
my main man James Thurman said Cat Williams. He said just like any comedian, story embellisher, they know when, where, and how to deliver with tone and action instinctively. He said, for me, I need to see it or have similar or collaboration with other parties. Now, with a lot of the things, James, they did have. If you go back and do a lot of research, it has been a lot of collaborative things with about Diddy, doing what he does. There's been a lot of things about. I already know about the Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac. They had an issue with each other on the Kings of Comedy tour. You
DL
know that.
spoke on it.
Yeah, DL spoke on that. So
Shout out to DL.
shout out to DL Hughley. And we already know about the I guess you would say kind of the turning the man into a woman thing in Hollywood. So a lot of these things that he is speaking on is actual factual. Now, how much of it is true, we don't particularly know. But I can say for myself, as being a 41-year-old man, a lot of things I've watched in TV over time and watched as comedy has evolved, a lot of these things are true. Even when he spoke on Ricky Smiley, shout out to Ricky Smiley, and he's a great comedian as well. I like his comedy. From back in the day, he was a very famous comedian back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. He's not relevant in today's time.
yeah,
You know
he's
what I'm saying?
done the
But
same trick pony for like 30 years.
at the old lady in Ladero,
You said,
that. But
Look
go
down,
ahead, Jerry. You join
look
in. Go ahead
down.
and speak on what you wanted to say.
No, I was saying like, man, like, no, I just lit a cigarette. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna catch you in a second. My bad.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, no, so like even with the little Daryl thing, he been wearing that out for years.
yeah,
The old lady, he's been wearing that out, man, since Jerry Wood, since we used to go to Atwell, if I'm not mistaken. He
since
been
Yeah,
doing that.
that was
And that
1994, 95.
oh,
you know
that's
what I'm You know, so you've been doing something for 27, 28 years. I mean, and you, like you said, you're not drawing in no new people with that. You know, and even with what we do, like even with this podcast that we're doing right now, we can't do the same thing we're doing right now. Hell, we can't do that 3, 4 months from now. We got to find something
I'm
to
still on,
spice it. Go ahead, brother.
I'm still on the fact that this brother thought that we was gonna believe that he was supposed to make money.
Look,
Bro, I
you heard
can't.
that song "Wish Upon a Star"? This nigga was wishing.
I'm just saying, bro, because like he said, that's not even a role I can see Ricky Smiley playing. And like my wife, she was telling me she didn't even know he was Santa Claus in the
I
movie.
forgot he was in the dang.
My
movie.
wife didn't even know that nigga. My wife thought that nigga was gay.
I didn't even know. I was like, Ricky
Now,
Smiley was.
hold
Santa
on.
Claus?
I'm gonna step on that. I'm gonna
She didn't know he had a kid.
And see, I ain't
okay.
gonna lie, bro. For years, I'm gonna stand on that with you too. I'm gonna stand on that with your wife because for years, I didn't know he had kids, and you know, I ain't trying to, you know, spill no ill will to none of my black people. Shout out to Ricky Smiley, but I'm not gonna lie. From his persona, I did think he was of the homosexual, you know, gender, and I'm, you know, I'm
Really?
not dissing
Yeah.
anybody that are homosexual. I
Wow.
mean, come on, man. He has
Like Tyler Perry. No diss to that man, but it's been rumors about him for years. Now,
Yeah.
For years.
is he gonna address any of it? I mean, really ain't none of our business. But if it come out later and people got an opinion for him, and then that opinion is negative, you could have got
Yeah.
in front of that by a long time ago, saying, "Well, this is who I am. Y'all accepted
He's
me. You know
he's
what I
probably
am.
not
You
going to
figured
address
out."
it till something pops up on his name too. You know,
There
right,
you
and
till
go.
one of
There you go.
his people, you know, I guess one of his close people that work for him got fired, and then they're gonna make their tell-all book, and then all the stories gonna come out.
Yep.
Same thing like with Will Smith, his personal assistant. Now he's singing like a canary, talking about what Will Smith did with other people
And
and
I
other
want to see
men.
what the fuck Farnsworth Bentley got to say because I know that nigga NDA that he
now,
signed was crazy.
with that being said, now that's another thing. When the last time you heard anything about Farnsworth Bentley?
He
I
got paid
Just
haven't.
like
off.
just like Whoopi Goldberg and all the original cast of The Color Purple didn't say shit about the new one. Farnsworth,
Mm,
you ain't heard this nigga say nothing. You ain't gonna hear
Facts.
nothing.
nope.
Facts.
You know what? That is boy. Hold on. Let me.
That gatekeeper shit is real. Oprah ain't no motherfucking Oprah a beast, nigga. Y'all,
Yeah.
Oprah is a beast.
But
She
hold
has
Have
on.
y'all
movies,
heard
bro.
about? Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
have y'all heard about Oprah and Bill Gates and the whole thing in Hawaii?
Oh yeah, with that bunker nigga. Yeah,
Yeah, they
nigga.
are building bunkers, underground bunkers. That
But
whole
see, they
that's what
don't
I'm telling you, that
understand.
fire thing, that fire thing was deliberate.
Come
But
on,
they don't
bro. We
understand.
know
No,
that,
no, no.
bro. That
Yeah.
just
Listen,
like they. Go ahead. Go
listen.
ahead,
The
Jerry.
conspiracy that I heard from my government friends was that it was set intentionally. It was a test to see if those bunkers could withstand that kind of temperature, and it worked.
Yep.
So
And then it
now
had
Oprah bought
something
up
to,
all
like,
that land. She bought up all them people's homes and shit, all that
mm-hmm.
land, because she already got a house out there. She bought up
Yep.
all that land and she about to build a massive bunker, and then people
Mm-hmm.
gonna buy them homes, and she gonna allow them to pay her rent and put them homes right the fuck back where they was at, and her
Hey,
shit
have
gonna
you
be
heard about the
underground.
blue paint that was on those roofs too in the house those houses or the more pricier houses in Hawaii? Apparently the blue paint is some kind of government tested like fire retardant paint. And they said that if you notice all the
We have
houses
that.
that were painted blue didn't burn up.
We have that. Yeah, I can believe that.
Look.
We have
Hey,
that.
hey. No,
We
look,
have that.
y'all. Look, y'all. Make sure y'all look. Government. These are all speculations.
It ain't
We
speculation, it's
look
true.
this
Just
is
like
shit that we as taxpayers pay for. We pay for
just
them.
like
A
how
lot of
they're
us. We pay for them to
Hold on one
motherfucking
moment.
deceive
Hold on one
us.
moment, fellas. Hold on. Mama Joy say the industry puts out what they want. She said in 2013, she said she was on the Anderson Cooper show, and it was promoted that the guests had addictions and signed the contract to not speak about the show. But she said, but it was all scripted. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So yeah, the media is gonna give you what they want to give you. And
yeah.
back to what you guys were saying about the fires.
Mm,
I'm now. I don't know if you guys seen. I'm pretty sure you guys seen the helicopter footage of when the fires were finally out. Right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a fire have such a straight damn line.
Yep. It was very precise. Very, very precise.
Did you
There's
see
a
that line?
yeah,
I every fire I have known or seen, it burns
very
sporadic.
sporadically and just
That
yeah.
exactly that word sporadically. Did you see the bro? It was I'm talking about. It was a football field line of where the
Hmm.
fire stopped. So I definitely
Okay,
agree. Go ahead.
so my thing is this: we got all these conspiracy theories and conjectures. Even what you said, that shit makes sense. We knowingly, and this is the other part of the fucking civil rights movement that motherfuckers also forget about.
Hmm.
There was a time when poor white folks and niggas came together. Them niggas did that shit on January 6th. Every nigga in America. I didn't agree with how they did it, but let every nigga in America also would have showed up with them niggas. Not
Boy,
because
that ass would have been
we
in
don't
jail.
we
No, they
not
wouldn't have.
hold on.
Boy,
Not because we
They would
boy,
don't
have got
agree.
mowed down.
that
Hold
part.
on.
Go
Not
ahead. Go ahead,
because
Jerry.
hold on. Not because we don't agree with who got this and who won the election, but we tired of you motherfuckers lying to us. Period.
Yep.
Right.
Taking money, dog. I make pretty good money. When I
Hmm.
say fucking taxes, nigga, I'm retired. I go to school and I play with my kids, but I still live very when I say they tax the fuck out of us, and I'm like, I still got to get these goddamn kids tutors.
Hmm.
Smoke potholes in a little bit, motherfuckers breaking in your car, you get shot by the police. Like, man, I'm tired of this bullshit. Y'all fucking lying to us. You talking about this is that, that is this. This bullshit.
Yeah.
But you
The
know what though,
biggest.
bro?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ty.
I was going to say the biggest thing that the government has done is made us believe that we need them, and the reality is they need us.
We empower the government.
If we
We are the
shut down
power.
tomorrow, the problem
We
is
are
if
the
we
power.
shut down, the government doesn't exist. But the thing is that the government has us so scared for us to shut down that we're afraid of what might happen.
But no, I'm gonna tell you something though, Ty. I'm gonna tell you why we won't shut down because it is more fear. It's gonna be because fear spreads easily, right?
Absolutely.
Fear spreads like look like the Hawaii fire. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So
Straight line.
even if everybody said right now, let's shut it down. We're not going to work tomorrow. How many people know how to plant vegetables out here? The masses don't know. How many people actually own a gun? The masses don't. How
Hmm.
many people actually have solar power? The masses don't. How many people actually know how to make a fire? The masses don't. How many people know how to fish? The masses don't. How many people know how to hunt? The masses don't.
Hmm.
So that's why we wouldn't, the people would never, because people are so used to
Dependent.
convenience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Convenience. I can go to the store and get it as opposed to
We don't even
grabbing
know
my
how to
rifle.
survive off this land that God has given
Most people,
us.
like I'm
Hmm.
saying, most people don't even know how to go to the woods and start a fire.
Nope.
But it's also indicative. Look, the times we're in no longer necessitate.
It's not necessary to be a huntsman or a woodsman anymore because they
But it
got
is
pre-chopped wood
because
at Walmart.
But that's the
but it
thing.
is because
It
global
is.
warming and when the next pandemic, shout out to Big Jai.
Just
When the next
well,
pandemic hits,
uh,
there's not gonna be any wood at the store, my nigga. You're
But
gonna have to
okay,
well,
go get
hold
here's
on,
the
your
hold on.
thing. I
own
mean,
Uh,
because there's
that's a
a million
utility that you're
people
going to
in
have
this
to teach
world.
yourself then,
yeah,
because
Exactly.
that's a utility that you're going to have to pass down to your children and still incorporate in their mind. Hey, I understand that you can literally DoorDash food, but there may come a time where that
I
might not
have to.
exist. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I think
and go ahead, go ahead.
what I think utilizing, I guess I don't want to say old or I want to say like rudimentary ways, like learning how to use hand tools instead of electric, learning how
Right.
to measure stuff, like the quality things of, natural, just
Knowing
I
your
guess,
north from your
yeah,
south, from your east
yeah.
from your
I'm
west.
pretty sure if you sit anybody out in the woods with just a compass and not MapQuest or Google Maps on their phone, they would be lost. They would be
Most people
lost.
would be lost. Most
Yeah.
people would be lost. Most people don't know north, south, or east and west, and
No.
most people don't know how to read a compass. And the only
No.
reason I know is because I'm military, and I'm pretty sure that's either your dad taught you or you learned
Yeah.
it in the military.
Yeah, I'm prior
Well,
service myself, so
my stepdad taught me. I'm
wait a
sorry, I
minute,
take
hang
that
on,
back.
Bo. You military?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, Army
What?
Reserve,
Veteran
man.
over
I'm a
here.
veteran, Army Reserve, baby.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh man.
Huh, soldier?
Oh
Yeah, baby. Yeah. You
yeah.
know, look,
What's up?
November 19th, 1999 through 2008, November 19th.
Wow.
Look, and actually, I'm not gonna lie. The Lord blessed me, man, because I only served maybe 2.5, 3 years in my unit, and if
Mhm.
that long. And it was something happened. I didn't belong in the unit. I
Mhm.
belonged there. There was my station unit, but the paperwork, it was showing that I didn't belong there. But I had my physical paperwork stating that I belonged there, and I
Mhm.
got kind of lost in the wind. And by the grace of God, in that particular blessing, their mistake, however you want to lay it down. By the time I stopped going to my unit, they went to war maybe 6 months later.
Wow. Man.
So I
Look at God.
by the grace of God, I've never had to go battle. I've always stayed stateside, and everything
Mhm.
I
And shout
did.
out to the veterans that have been to
Shout out to
war.
the
Yeah.
veterans that have been to war. Big salute to you guys. That is a
Absolutely.
big thing, man. Because I don't know. I've talked to some of my better guy I work with, and he told me about some things. It came down to him, hand to hand, knife to knife, and
Yeah. Well, he's
obviously
still
I talk.
standing.
I see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The
let's
other
get
guy
back to
can't say the same story.
you know, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
So,
no,
but
like
anyway,
I've had
go ahead.
something. Well, my discharge was kind of like a similar, the same story. Like I was getting ready to go to my AIT. I spent 2 weeks in my AIT at Fort Lee, Virginia, and then I took
Mm-hmm.
a physical because they said I lost too much weight in the time that I was there. And come to find out, I have an irregular heartbeat. And then from there on, I was stuck for like another 2 months, and then they sent me home. And then my unit was on the first, C-130 out to Afghanistan.
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
What is it? Willie, won't he? Won't he, Willie?
So so what you're both saying, you were destined to do what you're doing right now.
I
Hello.
guess so. I guess so, man.
Shout out to
Wow.
LaShawn coming corner with the good stuff. Well, you be coming. Come on now with the inspirational
Yeah.
quotes.
Man,
But anyway, man, we're gonna
I
go
didn't
ahead and
know.
cut this
I
off.
had
Go
no
ahead.
idea, man. My brother was also my brother in arms, man. That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, brother in arms, brother in
Yeah.
arms, man.
Okay.
I don't, dang, I don't have my uniform anymore. I don't think,
Yeah, I don't
you
have
know.
mine either. So.
But anyway, man, we're gonna go ahead and hold on. Let me see some. What we say?
James.
James said Cat Williams. Oh, wow, we already read that. Oh yeah. James said he's a vet Marines course. He said just missing the Air Force and Space Force. Already. Shout out to James, my main man. Shout out to the Marines. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? Salute
Yeah.
to
Hey,
you, soldier. Thank you for
Yes,
your
sir.
service and your
And then
time.
shout out to my oldest daughter too, to Leah Carter. She's also a United States Marine. So yeah, give a
Shout
big
out,
ups.
Miss Talia
thank you
Carlos.
for
Shout
your
out,
Yes,
shout
service,
out. Thank you for
baby.
your
absolutely.
service. You know what I'm saying? We are wishing you well. And, if you are on duty, come on home safely, please. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, this has been a great conversation. Great conversation. I want to thank everyone that has been watching. And I want to thank my main man, Tyrannosaurus Flex, and my main man. Hold on. Do There
Wait,
you
do it
go. There you
again.
go.
Oh,
Hold on, he say do it again. There you go. I do it.
all right.
And shout out to my main man Travis Wilkinson for coming in. Appreciated my brother from another mother, and one also
Appreciate it.
shout already. And I shout out to my main man Jerry Williams for coming on in. Appreciate you, appreciate you.
Wait, he just
Um,
came and went.
yeah, he came and went, man. He came and went, but it's okay, man. We have had a beautiful conversation, man. Thank you guys. Thank everyone for watching. Shout out to everyone that was watching. Shout out to Cat Williams. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
people that Cat Williams, spilled the tea on.
yeah,
But
man.
anyway, man, Bo Pickens, we are out of here. You guys have a blessed and a beautiful night. Tom will probably call you in a minute. Travis, you too. So you guys be looking for the phone for a second. And you
All
guys have a
right.
blessed and beautiful night, man. We are out of here.
Yes, sir.